try to make an early statement and build that resume. Welcome to Sooner Nation in Gaylord Family Oklahoma Memorial Stadium. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Ohio State Buckeyes. Taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Oklahoma Sooners. 48 Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Sooners will boot it away to start the game. Looks like he's going to bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. They'll go to the counter. And the good news for the offense, there's nowhere to go from here but forward. No gain on the first play.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Finds his man. It's Fleming. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 for the first down. New set of downs after the completion. The pull and throw off the RPO. Stopped at the 42, but he got 15 yards on the play.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time in late in the season.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Looking to throw at St. Clair. A safe call on the wide receiver screen. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rounding to the football?
So now it's second and long. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Using his legs, it's Richardson. They thought they could just run it on third and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
Man, that's a really good job by the defense, because when you get in that third and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a 4th down.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. Makes the catch. They will score. Touchdown, Ohio State.
How about that first drive by the offense? Usually script the first 10 plays. Well, I had one extra. It only took 9. Great job moving down the field, stringing plays that look like other plays together, and getting this opening drive touchdown.
And he added the extra point. And he's going to bring this one out. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. Well, this is not what the doctor ordered in terms of starting field position. He wants to start this drive with a pass. The sure hands, it's Kearney.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Starting to feel a little pressure. He'll try to do it himself. Gets it across the 25. He'll step out at the 26 as his offense tries to grind out some yardage.
Well, 2 things I love by the quarterback on that play. 1, his ability to flush outside the pocket and make a quick decision. No one's open and I'm taking off and running. And 2, get out of bounds. No need to take a big hit. Just save yourself, save the body. Fresh set of downs coming up. Well done.
They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
Really nice run. This guy brings balance to this offense. It's not all high-flying aerial passing attack, too. You go back to Adrian Peterson, DeMarco Murray, Samaje Perine. They've always had guys in these spread-up tempo offenses that have been able to give them balance and force the defense to stay honest. That's exactly what this guy brings the Sooner offense.
The quick passing game does several things. 1, it doesn't let the pass rush get you. Those great defensive linemen, the ball's coming out so fast they can't get there. And then what else? It gets me ahead of the sticks. I don't have to worry about getting through long yardage and predictable situations.
And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? 2nd down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give to the back. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. And the Sooners want to move quickly.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Bringing it back. He's inside the 40.
There were a lot of people really excited about what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his 2nd interception early in this college football season. Offenses are going to figure it out. They're going to stop throwing this guy's way. You just get in trouble when you try.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Keeps looking downfield. Makes the grab. It's Stark. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the 2nd quarter. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. off the play fake on first down to throw. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Quick strike through the air for the score.
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them, winning their first game, and you've seen it here in this one too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. Looking to throw on first down. Looking to scramble. He throws back across and into the defense. A dangerous play.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Quarterback making adjustments. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot.
That quick slant is a hard ball to adjust to and make your quarterback look good. If you throw it behind me and I'm coming down the line of scrimmage, I really don't have a chance to adjust and try to make my quarterback look good. He's got to miss that thing low or high. He can't miss it behind me.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Such a great job by the defensive back, dropping beyond the sticks, understanding where the ball's going, breaking on the football, great eyes, great vision, and great hands. Looked like a wide receiver getting that INT.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And he'll just get rid of that one.
And finally, this quarterback looks human for one play. He has been lights out up to this point. Very accurate, making good decisions in a beautiful rhythm. Finally throws his first incompletion of the game.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
The Sooner fans booming. A cacophony of noise at the Palace on the Prairie on 3rd down. Dropping back, it's St. Clair. Punch it out of the air. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. On 4th down, they could boot the field goal, but looks as if they'll go for it. On 4th down, looking to pass. Makes a grab past the marker. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And I've been really impressed with this offense this first half. Coming in a hostile environment, hostile crowd. Man, they haven't given them anything to cheer about. Offense, defense, now up 20-0, and these people are eerily quiet in here.
Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. has it again, and here comes the offense. They've fallen into this big hole, and they are pretty desperate for answers right now. Makes the catch. It's Tatum.
And that's why this running back's a big weapon here, right? Because not only can he run the ball, but he can catch it too. Even running flat routes when you know the ball's going to be in the air a long way, he can adjust to it, make something good happen after the catch. And quite honestly, they need him because they've thrown a couple of picks now in this game. They've got to find a way to get this guy more involved.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Floating away. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
The Sooners come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. QB draw. They got zero push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. Might be changing the route. On fourth down, trying to find his man. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. Great place to start for this offense. Leaves it with the running back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Yeah, when you get penetration by that defense right away, and there's no way to cut at all for that back, he gets destroyed right away. No way that play was going to be successful. Way too much penetration.
Fires to the middle. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. To the air on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Kearney.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
And he got a hand in there. Knocks it away, incomplete.
You know, these linebackers have to be so good in zone coverage of reading the quarterback's eyes to get to the ball. You saw that linebacker do it.
Boy, could they use a conversion on third and short from their own 24. Gets the back moving. From the gun, wants to pass. And that third down pass had some serious juice, but they couldn't hook up.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. Third down, you know, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
You want to talk about aggressive or nuts? This offense is staying on the field inside their own 30. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Takes a shot as he throws, and it never had a chance. Incomplete.
That's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field position. Let's see what they can do here from a play calling standpoint to try to put some points on the board.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This QB has had a lot of success all day long, throwing for so many touchdowns, looking very comfortable. Finally, the defense gets to him. Finally, the defense gets a win. They needed something to go their way. Got to start getting some more hits on this guy.
Got a man in the middle. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. Just when they thought they had the big play, the penalty wipes it out. Let's see what they've got on second down. Off the play fake. Bringing the heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Pressure affects quarterbacks, and this guy's one of the best in the nation. I don't care how talented you are, but if you're being hit, you're not going to throw completions.
Third play of the drive, and they need to take advantage of this field position by making... And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Well, he's off to an awesome start this season. Had a sack in their last game, gets his first sack right now. I think he has a chance to be a huge focal point in this defense moving forward, but let's just worry about what's happening now. This offense has to find a way to slow him down.
You want to talk about dynamic ability to flip a field on display right there, and it was just about a return for a touchdown. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. They'll try the run. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Looking to go up top in times, running out in the half. Got it in the middle, it's Hawkins. He's down at the 27. They can't stop the clock, and this is a first down. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Moving closer to the red zone, it's at the 27 on first down. Wants to throw on first down. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown Sooner! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
And I'm not going to say that was a must-score, but that was a must-score. And this offense delivers right before the half. Everything's starting to pick up. Hopefully now you build some momentum. You cut it to a 2-score game. Got to build on this momentum in the second half.
And he's coming out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. They'll move the wide receiver. Back to pass, it's St. Clair. Got his man quickly. He gets across the 20-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 23.
And that's a situation right there where the quarterback is just taking what the defense gives him. The defense is taking everything away down the field. Just take the easy throw underneath.
They'll go to the air on second and short. Quickly out to the tight end. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special.
Unloads it downfield. Catch inside the 25. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
Here he comes from mid, and the ball pops out. Oh, inviting disaster. Almost a disaster on that return, and they jump on it, and they'll maintain possession.
That's a breathing a sigh of relief for sure. Kick returner tries to take it out, puts it on the ground, but how about the offense getting back on it, turning what could have been a really bad play into
Oh, he wants it all. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
And he takes this one back to the line of scrimmage, a rather anticlimactic end to the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. And the Buckeyes will kick it off to start the second half. It'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. get another look at this Oklahoma offense. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive, Reese. Like this offense,
He lets one fly deep. Another interception. That's his fourth of the day. He was thinking big return, didn't get that, but boy, did he give his offense an opportunity at the 31. Motion from the wideout. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Quick strike complete. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift.
Nice catch by the big tight end. Nice job holding on to the football, getting the first down. But I tell you what, I love the physicality by the defense. I love how they're making him pay every time he catches the football. Later on, he might be less likely to want to reach his arms out there.
Snags it at the 30 and still running. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
To the air, it's St. Clair. Moves away as he feels pressure. Finds the tight end. Just does not like to be tackled, discarding guys and getting to the 21. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards over there.
This quarterback is having a day, man, and right there he was looking for touchdown pass number 5. He has been dialing it up. He's been throwing strikes. We haven't seen him miss very much like he did just there, but what a game this dude is having.
He splits the uprights, and now the lead is even bigger.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. And he's not going to take the touchback. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. So here comes the Oklahoma offense. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here.
Running free. At the 20. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
I know it's early this year, but it's obvious this guy is a focal point in this offense. After having 2 touchdowns in his first game, he gets on the board here. Doesn't matter where he lines up, they find ways to get him the football, and defenses just have not been able to figure him out.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here, David.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
Knocked off his feet.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center nowadays in football. You can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Looking to throw at St. Clair. Going deep. Finds a spot in the middle. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
And I don't blame this offense at all for throwing the football down there. Like, you can trust. He's already got 4 touchdown passes on the day. He's proven he's trustworthy. Nice job by the defense, not getting fooled again. They've had a bad day, but that was a good play.
It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And now the lead is extended a little further. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Making side adjustments here. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Grab near the sticks. It's Tatum. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Starting a drive like that really builds confidence. First down from the 45. Wants to go up top on first down. And his 5th interception of the game, a miracle they haven't pulled him yet. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play. Going with the ground game left.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Off play action. Throws to the tight end. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
I think when you go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right guy to throw to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. And listen, he sailed and he overthrew, but I might have surveyed the middle of the field a little bit more.
After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. Motion from the wide receiver. Back to throw, it's St. Clair. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
This is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Splits the uprights from 56, and he's got 3 on the board. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, week to week, you just never know, which is why we're here with an update. Indiana is lighting up the scoreboard behind an offense that looks just about as good as we've ever seen in Bloomington. They're up by 35 over the Rebels. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. First play of the drive, wants to throw. He rifles one deep down the right side. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
What a throw on first down, the first play of the drive. And I think sometimes quarterbacks are given an alert on a specific play. And what that means is maybe the ball was supposed to go to somebody else. But in pre-snap, if the quarterback sees a matchup he likes, he's given the green light to take the shot. And I think that's exactly what happened on that play.
Here comes the heat. Makes the catch. It's Kearney. He goes out of bounds right at midfield.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
He wants to change this route. Going to take a shot on 2nd and short. Caught near the sticks. It's Kearney. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. So first down, we'll open up the final period. Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to throw again. Unloads to the right. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You've got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on.
And a big play on the left sideline. Excellent awareness to get that foot in bounds. And Jesse, there's a huge mountain to climb here, but you might as well start with a chunk play.
Well, you got to start somewhere, Reese. It's been tough going for this offense all game long. They find themselves in a hole, but I love the aggressive nature. Keep taking shots. Keep trying to claw your way back into this one.
Can't hold on. He had it right down the middle, and he flat dropped it.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he has had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
And that one's going to be incomplete. I don't think he got a foot down along the back of the end zone. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it behind the line. It's Tatum. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Couldn't find his man, and they'll give up the football on downs.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did.
A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Offense in a bunch formation. Looking to pass. It's St. Clair. Using the quick game. And good coverage by the defense. Just a short gain.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Gonna swing it on 2nd down. Looking to the big tight end. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. It's incomplete, and this sophomore quarterback usually makes that throw every time. The Buckeyes send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He gets it away from his own end zone. He'll haul it in right around the logo. Puts him in the spin cycle. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. Weeks like this aren't tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Hawkins. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. The Sooners racing to the line in the hurry-up. To the ground to try to pick up the first. Defense just going after him. They stop him for a loss of 6.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to...
Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Sooners! How about this? These guys are going for 2.
On these critical fourth downs, as a quarterback, you've got to find your best matchup, and they didn't just get the first down. He had his guy one-on-one. He took a shot, and it pays off for a huge score.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead now. Incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. The handoff, keep working on that clock. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's St. Clair. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
They'll send the back in motion. Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. Hauls it in. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Buckeyes look to keep this drive humming. DB's right up on the receivers. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Lost to throw again. Oh, they're after him. He is sacked way behind the line of scrimmage. Just a catastrophic play there. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. He's got an open man. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be 4th down. The Buckeyes line up to punt it away. And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the middle. He's got the tight end. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Looking downfield on first down. Throws for the tight end. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
Well, in that last deep shot, it looked to me like the quarterback probably forced that ball into coverage. But can you really blame him, guys? I mean, these two have already hooked up for 2 touchdowns in the game. If I'm him, I'm thinking the same thing. Even when he's covered, he's open. He's shown the ability to climb the ladder and make contested catches. So I don't mind him taking another shot there.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes, bring the speed on the field, and get ready to play the pass.
They had the big play to start the drive, but a couple of misfires now leaves us with 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's carry on. This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that first down. Looking to throw on first down. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy.
Fires toward the end zone. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go? The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Off play action on first down. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And he's thrown another interception. Taking it the other way. The 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, Ohio State. The defense putting points on the board.
And stop it. How about back-to-back weeks with pick sixes? This guy is now making plays, not just for his defense. He's scoring points, and I promise you the locker room is a lot of fun. Mr. Pick Six, he's going to get a lot of congratulations and a lot of accolades this week.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. Kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Back to pass, it's Wilkins. A heat. Working that left side. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. And the Sooners come to the line in the hurry up. To the air on first down. Quarterback strolling away from heat. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. Second down going up. It's a lost cause, but they keep fighting. He's taking a deep shot. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, 2 really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these teams is a college football playoff contender. The other simply is not. And that demonstrated itself